Hello, and welcome to this GrainGenes tutorial. Today we're going to be going over how to obtain sequences in FASTA file format from a list of markers. The tutorial is going to be broken up into 3 parts to make it a little bit easier. First, we're going to learn how to get FASTA files for specific markers. We'll start with a list of 3. Next, we're going to learn how to get FASTA files for markers in a text file. And lastly, we'll learn how to extract marker names from GrainGenes using the SQL interface, and then obtain their sequences in a FASTA file format. Let's get started. To start, we'll go to the GrainGenes Tools drop-down menu from the home page, and go to Advanced Queries. From the options, we'll choose Batch Query to get all FASTA sequences for a list of probes. You'll see here there's an option to select a file or to insert a list of probe names into the text box. We're going to do this first. For example markers, I've chosen 3 markers from an OAT 6K genotyping array that have all been mapped to a consensus map. If we paste this list of markers into the text box and hit Submit, our FASTA file will be downloaded with our sequences in FASTA format. You can also obtain your sequences by putting your list of markers in a text file, and this is much easier if you have a much larger list of markers. We've provided an example file called examplemarkers.txt with the 3 markers we just used, only now they're in text format. They can be downloaded from the YouTube page. Now, if you have this file downloaded, all that needs to be done is click Choose File and select examplemarkers.txt, and your file will be downloaded. It should look the same as the FASTA file that we used with a list of markers. So to bring it all together, now we're going to learn how to pull markers that have been mapped from GrainGenes database and then obtain their sequences in FASTA file format. For this example, we're going to search markers within a particular species. So to start, we can go to the tool for quick queries that GrainGenes has from the top drop-down menu. From here, we can go to Mapped Sequences. So this is a query that has been pre-written by GrainGenes curators to help you find sequence probes that have been mapped. So we can write, say we're looking for markers in oat. So we can write species name and hit search. So the results of this query show that there are 3,673 records for sequenced probes in oat. So that's pretty good. That's a good start. What we want to do is alter this query a little bit to get only the probes in the output, and you'll see why in a little bit. But it'll just make our lives a little bit easier. So with this query, there's a select statement, and there are currently 3 things that we're selecting: the probe name, map data name, and map name. In order to only get the map name, we can comment out these 2 lines, and that can be done by doing 2 dashes in front of the line, so that we will only get the probe name back, and also get rid of that comma. And then at the bottom of the query, we want to get rid of the map data and map in the order by statement. And now we hit Submit, and we only have the probes. From here, we want to click Download Text, so we can get the query results in a text file. Alright, so from here we have our probe names. We go not to quick queries, but to advanced queries. And advanced queries allow you to, as we were doing just before, type in queries to directly access our database, which is Pretty cool. So one of the options is batch query to get all FASTA sequences from a list of probes. As you see, that's why we wanted just the probes in the list. So to get the sequences, and you'll notice there's a maximum of 10,000 probe names. So if you have more than that, you're going to want to split them up into 2 files, at least 2 files. So we'll click Choose File, and here are my query results. And then hit Submit. Once we open it, wow, we have our sequences. And from there, you can find your markers for whatever you need them for. And again, any comments, suggestions, questions, anything, please contact us with our feedback button on the site. Goodbye, and happy searching.